Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the absolutely dazzling world of Indian embroidery. It's a tradition where, honestly, every single thread tells a story. So let's start here. India's textile traditions are just incredibly diverse. We're talking about this huge, beautiful tapestry of different regional styles, materials, and techniques, all of them perfected over centuries. And just to give you a taste of that variety, look at these two incredible examples. On the left, you've got the dense, super colorful, nature-inspired Kashida from Kashmir. And then on the right, the delicate, almost see-through white-on-white chikankari work from Lucknow. I mean, they couldn't be more different, right? And both are just stunning. This quote, I think, really gets to the heart of it. In India, embroidery has never been just about making something look pretty. No, it's more like a visual language, weaving stories about nature, faith, and everyday life right into the cloth itself. Okay, so this leads us to a really fascinating twist in textile art. It's the idea that took fabric from just being a canvas for color to becoming a surface that could actually play with light.
So now, let's turn our attention to one of the most dazzling forms of Indian embroidery out there. It's known by a few names: Shisha, Abala Barhat, or, most simply, mirror work. And this is what we're talking about. It's an art form that totally transforms fabric. It turns it into a reflective canvas that shimmers and catches the light with every single movement. The effect is just mesmerizing. It really is.
So what is it exactly? Well, at its core, Shisha work is the art of taking these tiny, cut pieces of mirror and then skillfully stitching them onto cloth. The goal? To create these brilliant, light-reflecting patterns. All right, let's get into the origins and techniques. How this brilliant craft actually came to be and where it's still thriving today. So the history of this craft goes way back to the 17th century. It's believed that it first arrived in India with Iranian travelers, and once it got there, it just found this perfect environment to grow and evolve into something uniquely Indian. And here's a really interesting tidbit. Before glass was common, the original mirrors, well, they weren't mirrors at all. Artisans actually used thin, shimmering sheets of a mineral called mica to get that reflective quality. Super clever, right?
So you might be wondering, how do they actually do it? The technique itself is, in concept, pretty simple, but let me tell you, it requires an incredible amount of skill and precision to really master.
Okay, it's basically a very meticulous, three-step process. First, you carefully place the mirror pieces on the fabric. Then, and this is the key part, you secure them with a special foundation of cross stitches that lock them in place. And finally, you add all these beautiful decorative stitches around the mirror to really make the design pop.
This close-up just shows you the incredible skill we're talking about. You can see exactly how the threadwork creates this tiny, cage-like frame. It's this framework that holds the mirror so securely onto the fabric, and it becomes part of the whole decorative pattern. This craft really took root and flourished in the vibrant western states of Rajasthan, Haryana, and Gujarat. There, it's still a huge part of the local culture. Oh, and it's even used in Manipur, which is fascinating. It uniquely decorates the elaborate costumes of Ras dance performers. So, the big question is, after centuries, why is this ancient art form still so incredibly popular? What gives it that lasting sparkle? I think this quote really nails it. Shisha work has this unique, almost incomparable quality that lets it adapt and, well, literally shine through all the constantly changing fashion trends. It just never goes out of style. And you can see its lasting appeal in its sheer versatility. I mean, it's everywhere, on traditional clothing, on modern accessories, even in home decor. And no matter what it's on, it always brings this sense of life and energy, a real touch of celebration. So we'll leave you with that thought. Is really a powerful testament to how a simple but brilliant idea, stitching a little piece of light onto cloth, can create such a rich and beautiful and enduring artistic legacy.